Good morning. I'm Paul Edwards, the CEO and President of FormStore Incorporated here in St. Louis, and I'm very pleased. Good friend Jeff Hayzlett here today, and we're going to talk a little bit with him. Jeff is a well-known Chief Marketing Officer and also the author of his new book, The Mirror Test. And so, Jeff, welcome to St. Louis.
Well, it's good to be here in St. Louis, I'll tell you that.
So, well, give us a little bit of an update on the Mirror Test and how things are going.
Well, it's going very well. It's been well received by the group, everybody out there, everywhere I'm going. I'm so exhausted, as you know. I'm sitting here this morning going, my gosh, and thanks for bringing me some Diet Mountain Dew so it kind of pep me up and get me going. But Mirror Test hit the bestsellers list 3 weeks out from the publication date. Went to its second printing. We were in bestseller on Inc., bestseller on Wall Street Journal, bestseller USA Today, and it continues to hold some of those rankings, and it's doing very well, so we've been very pleased with it.
Well, that's terrific. What do you think your favorite message is in your book?
Well, there's a lot of them. The biggest one is just do it, and that's what the Mirror Test is about, is to make yourself look in the mirror and make sure that you're the one responsible for your success. That's the biggest thing. But beyond that, there's a couple of other themes I think that are really good. One of the biggest concepts that's come out of the movie, or out of the book itself, the movie, I wish it was a movie, but out of the book itself, has been really the 118. What's your 118, the elevator pitch, the new elevator pitch to the digital version. I was so tired of listening to people, come and pitch me, and at the end of an hour, it would be a 30-page PowerPoint presentation, I still didn't know what they did. And so I said, look, we got to define this. We've got to put a little bit more parameters around it. So I came up with the 118. 8 seconds is the average attention span of an adult. I know that to be true. I looked it up on the internet. 110 seconds is the average, elevator ride in New York City. From the time you press the button, wait for the doors to open, and then you step on, ride up or ride down, and get off. So that's what you have. You have 8 seconds to hook me, get that lean-in factor from the other person. So, and then 110 seconds to close me. Moses can do it in less than 2 tablets of 5 bullet points each. You can do it less than 30 page PowerPoint presentation.
Well, that's certainly great. What suggestions, maybe 1 or 2 suggestions that you might have for business people, say in the $1 million to $5 or $10 million category? In today's market's kind of stagnant. What suggestions might you have? Maybe 1 or 2.
Well, the book's full of them, as you well know, Paul. But the biggest thing is really focus. Look in the mirror. Look at yourself, review your business. What's it look like? Do I need to refresh? And do I need to refresh from the look of the business, the way I project myself, but also the people as well? Because sometimes we get in that range and we're not quite sure if we should do this or do that, and maybe look around. The person that you're seeing in the mirror is responsible for your success. So really take a hard look and think about your focus. Am I doing the right things? What are the things that got me to my success, and what do I need to get back? Whenever I've seen businesses get back to their core, that's when they succeed and they grow exponentially.
Now you use social networking a lot, and we're going to talk about print in just a minute, but you do social networking a lot, and you talk about not necessarily looking at the return on investment, but rather the return on ignoring.
Exactly.
Can you explain that to us just a little bit?
It's about listening to your customers. That's the key thing that we need to be doing. Most businesses lose perspective of that. And, when you do, you're very successful. You listen to your customers. You capture customer behavior. You don't build things and hope they'll come, because all you'll be is a baseball field in the middle of Iowa and no one will show up. So it's really about listening to your customers, and I call it the 4 E's, and I describe that in my book. And every business can do it, especially if you're a small business, and I'm talking about smaller than Kodak, smaller than a Fortune 100 company. When you're between 2 million and 100 million, or even smaller, quite frankly, you should be doing social media, because it's huge OPM, other people's money.
Right, and I see social media as a real leveler in the marketing field, in that if you're even a $1, $2, or $10 million company, you can have the same access to people as a big $100 or $200 million company,
or a $2 billion or $20 billion company. In fact, I think it's better if you're a smaller company than a big company, because you don't have all the crap you got to go through in a big company with attorneys and and the HR and everybody else who want to look at every single tweet before you send out. What are you, crazy? So it's a lot more things that you can do, a lot more leveraging points as a small business, and you look like a big business. What's the difference? You're both the name.
Well, that's all exciting. Jeff, thanks for being with us today. I appreciate it, and welcome to St. Louis.
Thank you, and thanks for having FormStore, have us here today. Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Jeff Hayzlett, the mirror test, the celebrity CMO. Thank you.